Hello, this is Nini Icasas from Pathways of Hope. In today's Gospel, Jesus referred to himself as the Lord of the Sabbath. Have you ever wondered what this meant? I would like to share with you my reflections on Matthew chapter 12, verses 1 to 8. Jesus was going through a field of corn with his disciples on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry, and they began to pick the ears of corn and ate them. The Pharisees saw this, and they said to Jesus, "See, your disciples are doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath." What was the Sabbath? In Exodus 31, the Lord said to Moses, "There are 6 days for doing work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath day of rest. It is sacred to the Lord." So the Sabbath was a day of ceasing from work. Now there were many interpretations to that law forbidding work. So they were forbidden from drawing water, carrying burdens, sowing and reaping, preparing and cooking food, even traveling long distances. So that meant it was complete rest on Sabbath day. Let's pause for a while and think. Who rested on the 7th day? In fact, who was the first one who rested on the 7th day? As we know, God did. In Genesis chapter 2, we read, "On the 7th day, God was finished with the work that he had done, and he rested on the 7th day from all the work that he had undertaken." Why did God rest on the 7th day? Not because he was tired, but because his work was finished. His work of creation had been fulfilled. He was content with what he had done. It was good. It was time to rest. Now, how do we find rest? We live in such a fast-paced, restless world. Our work is never finished. Our ambitions are never ending. We are always in search of things that will give us happiness, fulfillment, but we are never content. We are always looking for things that will make us richer, more powerful, more popular. Where do we find rest? How do we find rest? Jesus has an answer to that. In Matthew chapter 11, this is the chapter before today's gospel, Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are weary, and I will give you rest." Jesus gives this invitation to those who are weary and burdened. That's us. We are weary of this pandemic. We've had it for 1.5 years almost. We are weary of trying to keep our businesses afloat. We are weary of listening to news around the world and even here in our country. When we are weary and burdened, Jesus said, "Come to me. Draw near to me. Just set aside all the distractions that you have in life and just come before me, quiet down, behold my presence. Allow me to speak to you and to comfort you and to give you the rest that you need." He promises this rest to all those who come to him, not just on the 7th day of the week, but every day of their lives. God bless us all.